So, Sack Man, gonna let us know what we're up to today.
Okay, so today we are waiting for Brody to get here with a compressor, and then we are going to wet blast the whole exterior of the hull. So all the scaffolding behind us we set up yesterday with some shade cloth, and we pinched some windshields that were lying around down here as well. We put some plastic down on the ground, and we're going to try and contain the mess as much as possible. We're not allowed to dry sandblast in the yard, so that's why we're wet blasting. But the idea is get all of the old paint off the entire exterior of the hull today, and then over the next couple of days, yeah, we'll just be working our way around the hull and then get a coat of paint on again. So yeah, bye bye rust.
Nice, I like the plan. Let's hope it goes to plan.
You can probably see just behind me Garrett sandblasting in the boat there, and we've got one person underneath the boat on the sandblaster, one person running around filling it up, a couple of people on wire wheels keeping a few feet ahead of the sandblaster, just taking off the thick bits of paint. And the plan is, hopefully by the end of the day, we're going to have painted the back third of the boat, including the rudder, sandblasted and painted. So fingers crossed. We're learning a lot about the boat. What we've got is about a 40mm diameter pipe, whole pipe that's been welded on the inside and then bent around the boat. And then we've got a like an inch thick pipe that's cut in half to form the outside edge. Same size as the rest of the bumper bars, I guess you could call them. So what we found is this whole side is completely rusted. It's rusted all the way through to the internal pipe as well, putting holes all the way through. So we're just going through, cutting it all off now. We're going to grind it back, clean up the steel, and just replace these sections of bumper bar.
Things of a mischief.
Grinder or better than what Brody was gonna use. As you were gonna use this. Brody goes, I've cut my thumb on a grinder. Has a roll of duct tape.
I thought that was the only thing we had.
Right, that's what you need.
That's what you always need if you surf 8 kit on that.
How good is that?
Seamless, darling.
You're pretty happy with yourself, Phil?
Pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with us. Alright?
Surprised Gaz can still lift his arms.
Well, mate, they are hurting, eh?
How many? 6-7 hours on the sandblaster straight?
I think so.
I know what you'll be dreaming about tonight. It'll be sandblast.
I don't think I'll be dreaming tonight, eh? Nice, Jackie boy. So your first seal change, is it?
Nah,
big boy.
me and Isaac have been through this.
Some dramatic music as well.
Oh my god, there we go. We are on. You can probably see behind me just here, Jack's on the wire wheel. So the idea is, as we're sandblasting, because we've only got a little blast unit, it doesn't take off the paint too well, so somebody runs ahead with a wire wheel, just grinding back the thick bits of paint, and then the person on the blast part, which is me this morning, can just run along behind them with the blaster once they've cleared a patch and blast that. This right here We have no idea what it is. We're tossing up whether we should cut it off or keep it. And there's strong arguments for both sides, I reckon.
No, actually. The strong argument for not cutting it off is we have no fucking idea what it is or what it does, and therefore somebody put it there for a reason.
But what's the
argument for cutting it off is Brody just wants to cut it off.
I reckon it's been put in there just to fuck with us, and we should cut it off. I like how they've gone to. So I'm just on fire watch in here. Jack's just welding up patch in the top deck, the top of the aft cabin that we've cut. We are moving the position of the hatches. So the existing hatch, we've just cut a big, cut it out and put a sheet back in to patch that spot. And we're going to move the existing hatches because there's going to be two cabins, so one's on the left, one's on the right. And yeah, Jackie Lamb's just welding up behind me now. Brody's outside on the sandblaster, just blasting the hull. I'll swap with him soon, and yeah, Brody will probably have to take off soon, so me and Jack might be in for the long haul tonight, I think, but we'll see.
Damn, 5 AM. I've just got to Cape Petrel in the yard. Today's the day. We're doing a lot of water blasting today. We hired a compressor yesterday so that we've got a second compressor, so we've got two compressors hired today. We've hired a blast pod as well, and we've picked up 2 tons of sterilite. So that means we're going to have, between the 3 of us, we'll have 2 blast pots going at all times, 2 tons of sterilite to get through, and one person running around filling up the blast pots and just providing support.
So this is what it was, blasting all the paint off to get it back to a sound finish.
This is where we ran out of time. This bit's for tomorrow, hey? Yep. We had to stop and give ourselves enough daylight to paint. So we're going to be painting in the dark, but at least we'll get a bit of light this way.
Look, I've got it, look!
Yeah, Jackie!
So, where do you start? The start of the week? Start of the week? Well, I guess we started on Thursday. We went and got scaffold, set up some mobile scaffold and dropped some tarpaulins around one side of the boat to semi-encapsulate it. We got a ton of sterilite, which is like a black sand that's good for blasting, a mineral sand, but
similar to garnet.
Similar to garnet, doesn't make
blends in with the ground a little better.
We figured it'd camouflage with the yard a bit better. So we went through that on the weekend. We had some helpers down. Then we ran out of sand. We went through a ton of sand. So yesterday, Brody and I were both on a blaster. Yeah, pretty much all day. We started at 6 AM. Well, we got here about 5. Got blasting at about 6, and Jack just ran around until 3 o'clock filling up.
Yeah, we've kind of
filling up the blast.
We kind of kept that team dynamic since then, really, because it kind of works.
So a bit more of the same today. So we've been trying to knock off at 2:30 or 3 o'clock and start painting before the nighttime dew and humidity sets in. So yesterday we didn't get to paint everything we blasted because
I was livid about that.
Yeah, Jack wasn't happy, but it just got a bit too dewy. Today we knocked off a bit earlier.
Well, explain about Brody's gizmo, his $5,000 gizmo.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Brody's nicked some gizmo from work that tells you when you're inside spec or outside spec for painting. So the humidity has to be below 80%.
Below 80%.
And the dew point has to be 3 degrees or above.
Yep.
And last night we got about half of what we'd sandblasted that day painted, and then that was a full pot of paint.
And just for the record, Brody puts the paint gun down and starts going how good the encapsulation is. We've made our own microclimate.
Create our own microclimate in here, mate. Should be sweet.
And to prove that we can paint all night, he's got his fandangled gizmo out to be like, look, it's going to be amazing, and going, oh shit, we have to stop. We're out of spec. Oh, so upset.
We've basically finished everything off except for a narrow strip. So we've got a small little strip to do tomorrow.
Yep. And that'll mean we've got the first coat on all the boats and a little bit extra on some small components.
Below the waterline.
Which is huge.
Which is huge. And above the waterline we're not taking everything off, we're just spot blasting. You can probably see the patchy bits on the boat behind us. But we just went through and marked up all the little bubbles in the paint where there was rust underneath, and we're just tackling spots above the waterline that need addressing. We're not stripping everything off. Here he does like those movements.
What have we been doing?
Oh
man.
Look, we've got some parts consistent.
Yeah.
I almost can't watch that, eh? It just makes it look too easy, man.
So good.
Pete's gonna have done in half an hour what it took us like 2 days to do.
I've had a few too many celebratory beers last night. Just rocked up at the yacht this morning to clean up all the mess we've made over the last week and a bit before it starts raining. I am not looking forward to this. There's 4 tons of sand under the yacht, but we have a single shovel and a wheelbarrow and skips on the other side of the yacht.
Hey? Oh! You did!